here. Okay. Oh, headphones, headphones. Phones the head. Oh, they're still in. Okay, so let's also get in the on air in Discord. Just in case somebody wants to come on and talk. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna finish up coloring Canadian Shield. Uh, Here, we actually did do a little bit offline. We like to got more done offline. And then after we finish Canadian Shield here, we will get working on Absorb. I was going to say Toxical almost there. Okay, so let's get things done here. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna zoom in a tiny bit more. Here we go again. Let's see. I think we're gonna take that out right there. Come down to there. It's gonna extend that. Yeah, I think I'll extend that right there too. Yeah, that looks. I think that looks a little bit better. Do it you? I hope so, aye. Let's go. Let's get this coloured in. We know to get this done and done. Okay, we also need to take out the belt there. There we go. That looks really, really good. There we go. Getting everything done. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. here. Let's check on this one arm. Yeah, this is what we wanted to check on. Okay. Hmm. There we go. There we go. Okay. Almost got. Still probably got to do the red in his boots. Got to do his belt buckle. And of course, we got to do the white. So this is. We're almost on to doing the white. Yay! Dum da dum. There we go. Almost done. Some red. There we go. There we go today. Okay, there we go. I got a belt buckle right here, so I'm gonna grab that. I want to do that before I do the white because it's just gonna be a quick one. It's gonna be a quickie. It's gonna be a quickie. My name is Ricky. Okay. My name used to be Ricky. I guess my name still is sort of Ricky, but I don't go by it. I go by Richard. Richard or Rick. Hi ho the Dario. Yabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba doo. There we go. I think I need zero. I saw right there. There we go. Okay. I think we can start on the bed finally. Oh yeah. So, there we go, yes. What? It's going to look nice. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit more. That way we can see. Oh, wrong end of the stylus. Oh. It is possible we could get finished this page. Well, finish coloring the characters on this page today. Which would be very, very nice, yeah. Oh, we can make eraser a little bigger now. Again. Although we still have to do lighting and shading, but we still have to fill in the backgrounds too. And once we do that on all the pages, we'll come back and do all the lighting and shading. I don't like this line here. Yeah, so down here, let's get this red gun. There we go. There we go again. Did we not? See that line. Yes. Hey, Alpha. Well, it depends on who you are and where you are. Whether it's too early to color. Since I'm an hour later than you, is 9 o'clock in the morning too early to color? I'm Alpha Proto in Texas. Yeah. And I'm Richard Piper, and I'm in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. But is it too early to draw? Come on and draw some Canadian Shield 4 for the people. Although, I guess we'd end up trying to figure out exactly. Ah, crap. Figure out exactly what you might be drawing based on stuff, but hey. I can take a little bit of a break from this to figure that out. I didn't get enough sleep. Whoever gets enough sleep? Okay, I usually do. Hey, you could come on and talk. I had to finish some animation last night to show my boss. Ah, okay, cool. Ah, you've been up all night? You know, that's something we might need to get you working on. Some sort of animation for the Canadian Shield. That's going to cost me, though. I'm going to smoke some ribs for dinner in a few hours. Oh, cool. I hope you're not ribbing me. No, I'm not ribbing. I just like barbecue. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I obviously knew you were not joking. I was just trying to use a pun there to pretend like you might be joking with me, but knowing you're not. So, would I have seen any of your animation anywhere? What have you done for animation? I think you worked on that, but that was for Buddy the Dragon Ball Z thing. Video sprites. So basically, video game sprites. Well, still that. I worked on the game Blazing Strike. Um. Okay, I can't say that. Sounds familiar offhand. would that be on Steam? Okay, here. That was Blazing Strike. Did you do any particular characters, backgrounds? Because I got it up here. Graffy and Jake. Okay. Now can we? You know what? Imagine I would have put either of those characters in the fighting one. Wouldn't that happen so? Oh yeah, I was seeing him fight there and Graffy. Cool. Yeah, yep, that was my first work on a game. Cool. Looks good. How much would it cost? Well, and you can answer me in DMs this, unless you want to answer in the main chat. But how much do you think it would cost to get a Canadian Shield? You know, just standing there like that, like standing position, just sort of waiting for somebody to do something with his. I've never played the game. Because I would actually sort of like to start a video game similar to that, a fighting game with characters. I was first four characters. I was thinking Canadian Shield, Snowdrift, um, Toxico and Sunset. Sunset's the first villain in a thing. That would be, I think, neat to introduce. Yeah. But in GMs, I know you don't probably know anything about the other costs of once the sprite is made and all that, but getting it working in the game and all that. And that's probably where definitely a lot of money comes. But like I said, in DMs, if you want to answer, how much would it cost? How much would it, if I were to hire you to do a Canadian Shield sprite, um, doing some moves like various punches, because maybe like one kick. I'd have to have some sort of special move where he grabs the character and flies up and maybe smashes them onto the ground. I don't know. Because I don't expect you to answer here in chat because he throws them like a tree. No, he throws them into a tree. A tree that's in the background, or a building or whatever, smacks them against a building or something that's in the background. A maple tree, yeah. Okay, so we have Canadian Shield done in all these panels. Yay! We just want this purple for a second. Oh, I thought that was purple beans, but it's not. Oops, oopsie daisy. That color seems off. Oh, it's probably a reduced opacity on the wrong layer there. Okay, so panel. Okay, I'm not even sure. Let's take a look on Twitter. Discord. Nope. Okay, so let's see now. We need to get some blue in here. Need some gris. There we go. Let's do another layer up. Okay, so that was 2. Now we need 3. Just a bit. Do the blue. And let's do some gray. But I am being honest. I would like to know how much you would charge to. Do something like that for me. It's $40 for each frame of animation. Okay. I guess we'd have to work out how many frames for one character. Yeah, it would definitely be a lot, but it's something that, maybe I could do over a few years. And then it's like be a nice tier of one of my things. Cross Comics fighting game. You get 4 characters. and we could build. I could build it out slowly, add characters. Oh, hey, Massive, how are you? Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be thinking of you for all of it. You know, you were talking about the sprites. I'm just thinking about you for the sprites. You know, right now I'm only thinking of 4 characters. that those blues and green color. Well, the green is just it's going to be a different color. The background eventually, Massive. I usually like to use green, you know, compared to whatever the background is. That way I can see, you know, like I roughly go over what colors I want, where, and then I go in and correct them. But usually, you know, I'm not using a bright green like that, so it shines through pretty good. So, but I am working on Canadian Shield 3 here. Oh, I'm not sure whether you would have saw this, Panda Alpha. Well, I would. Yeah, I think Alpha would have seen it. Panda would. This is just a print test copy. I'm getting the actual ones on Monday. So Monday night I'll be able to show off things. This has been in my bag, gym bag, so put me on camera. I have the ash can done for Canadian Shield 3. Or for everybody really, because this gets, so there's thing, and then there's the first page, and this all these drawn. This is Alpha Proto's work. They're in the oh, Massive. You probably have, but if you haven't, let me put the link. You probably got the from my comic, but I do right now have. If you haven't, I got it on Kickstarter, Canadian Shield 3. Okay, so that is there. Put that there. But yeah, I get a video game is definitely a lot of work. You'd probably need 4 backgrounds. There's the screen where you pick your character, all that sort of coding stuff. I actually know somebody that might be able to do that coding. I'd have to see whether he can or not. Or would want to, and how much he would charge. But I think getting the sprites is Sprites and background are the first thing I think I would need. But how are you doing, Massive? I think I asked that already, right? Yeah. Okay, so I don't think I need to come back to this one at the moment. I am gonna have to come back to put in a couple lines and get all the colors tight on that. But we need to get a couple colors from here. We need our purple and we need our skin color. So panel 2. Well, I'm doing well. Just ran to the dollar store to grab some folders to store all my loose concept art in. My room is a mess. There are papers. I understand that. I used to have that quite a bit. Then I got myself a couple filing cabinets for free and grab folders. I think sort of what you're talking about. Hold on a second. But you're probably not talking like these ones, hanging folders. And then got myself all the little labels. Unfortunately, I do still have the filing cabinets, but they're not accessible, and all these files are not in them at the moment because it's all in storage. Okay, there we go. And I think we only need two more colors on this. Oh, I'm looking at panel 5. there where I'm getting the colors from. Okay, so let's add a layer. Actually, yeah, I need to get something more like that in the future. I need a filing cabinet at some point. Yeah. Well, I've been blessed enough to be able to get a couple filing cabinets for free. I got a nice big sturdy one. It's old. You know, somebody was getting rid of it that I knew, and I'm like, can I have that? So I've had mine for like 20 years. Actually, I need to move that over a bit because it should be over here. He's got it a little off from where it's supposed to be. All these minor art corrections. Mm, bit of Here, we'll put another one above that. Yeah, but I definitely, you know, I needed it at the time. I have like a lot of characters. This thing here, that's just my supporting cast throughout my books, and I don't think that's all of them. Massive cast. Well, I have a 4-drawer filing cabinet. It was completely full, and then I had another 2-drawer one that was full. I had like 7 drawers of filing cabinet, 7 or 8 drawers of filing cabinet were full. Now some of the drawers were a lot longer than the others too. I'd love to get that set back up. And actually, right now, I'm slowly making slides on Google. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. I forgot to. Uh, although I'll still need these. I can only transfer so much. The slides are just for the profiles. Here, let me. Uh, just cancel. Bam. So yeah, you see. Now some of them have the same picture here in the corner, and that's just because I haven't got a picture for them yet. So we got, here's one of this is heroes, villains, angels, demons. I got two messengers. I gotta check that out, get it corrected. And this isn't all the characters either that I have. I'm still putting stuff in. But I remembered I had stuff on my Facebook account for Cross Comics uh, in the group, a bunch of these files, so I'm able just to copy and paste. So that's good instead of having to type stuff out again. Oh, and again, you didn't see that because oh no, you saw it. It's when I put it down, you wouldn't have seen it. Anyways, okay. Let's get on with this. I would like to get this, all the characters on this page colored today before I end the stream. In an hour. It's possible, I think. Got them all colored in. And it's just. Oh, okay, I did that one already. So you've been working on anything lately, massive? Nothing massive, just normal size. I've been trying to get back to drawing consistently. I need to knock out a few character designs before I could continue with my story. It took a while. Drawing and creating stories just takes so much. Yes, it can, for sure. Okay, so we need to quickly come up here, do it with that one, and there we go. There, I think that looks good for the neckline. Eh, hate when I'm using the wrong color. There we go. Yeah, coloring takes a lot of time too, apparently. Boots. What's it all about? We got a boot here. It's all about the coloring, eh? But I can't wait to see Canadian Shield 4. The starting of that. Alpha Proto there is doing Canadian Shield 4. I gotta get with Dillard and start getting more done on Snowdrift because I'd like to be starting that campaign for January. Preferably the beginning of January, do a 2-month campaign on Kickstarter and fund my comic at the same time. So January, February, March, have it done and for March and hopefully be fulfilled by the end of March. April the latest, and starting a campaign for the Flame for May. May, June. So July, August starting campaign for Canadian Shield 4. Well, I have people working for me. I'm hiring people, so that's what I would like my timeline to be. Who knows whether that's what my timeline will be. I do have already the first 6 pages of Snowdrift done. They were colored before my hard drive got messed with, before I messed with my hard drive, but so I got to recolor them. But if I can keep with that timeline, um, one, it depends for Snowdrift 3 who I'm getting. I would obviously like to stick with John, but oh, that now that he's done Golden Patriot, you know what? I keep not wanting to do a. I've actually got the Golden Patriot. I haven't unboxed it yet. I keep wanting to do a thing for it. Hopefully sometime today or tomorrow I will do the unboxing and put that up. And then I want to read it, do a review. But yeah, so hopefully by this time next year, we have Canadian Shield 4 out. Or at least doing the campaign for it. Yeah, I still haven't read The Mighty Golden Patriot yet. I have stacks of comics in my room that I have gotten around to yet. Yeah, so do I. Well, they're not in my room at the moment, but I do. Well, I actually do have a small stack in my room that I haven't gotten around to. Um, but just before everything happened in my life, I was starting to go through a stack of comics, reading them and doing reviews on them. But then everything happened with my mom, and my life got turned upside down. Flip turned upside down. How did Will Smith say it? Oh, Mr. Little Blue. Otherwise, but you know what? I think it's good in some ways because I think some other things that my dad coming to Christ wouldn't have happened. I don't think. As much as I hate my mom dying, you know. And maybe Canadian Shield 4 would have been done by now, but without Massive. I mean, without Alpha. See, that's all around that properly, so one of the things bring that. Yeah, well, definitely at the time I wasn't looking on the bright side of my mom dying. But, you know, I can definitely look on the bright side with my dad dying because if he hadn't come to that point, he wouldn't, I don't believe he would have come to Christ. Got the cancer a second time and all that. Oh, well, I'd say thank you, but I didn't do the art. Yeah. So there's a look at the whole page, but we got to get more done. Get the colors tightened up on absorb here. And the good thing too is, well, for a few ways through, it slowly gets bigger and bigger. The gap that Alpha's gonna have to do, be able to do Canadian Shield. And if we can get them closer together, it might mean he can work on that and get paid good from that. We might get him on a second book. What would you think about working on two books, Alpha? Cross Comics books. Although, would like, it would be nice to have seven artists, seven different artists, one per book. Let's see how the next one goes first. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I think too far ahead. Yeah, we're right. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. It's one book at a time, Rick Piper. One book at a time. Looks like we might actually be able to get this completely done. Well, not the whole page done, but all the characters colored in properly, the lines tight, the colors tight. Today on this one, and that means we're on to another page doing this on Monday, which is good. I like being, to me, this shows stuff is getting done. That's why I went to this way, because working on one page at a time didn't seem like things were getting done fast enough, and this is making things seem like they're getting done faster. Getting all the characters colored in for each page. Okay, is that all the gray done? Looks like it. Yeah, I know I got your books. Um, Massive. Where did you have them on? Was that Kablam? Not Kablam, but they work with Kablam. Got to log into there, see whether I can re-download them so I can read them. Are you still here, Massive? My bad. I'm still here, Rick. I was just digging through a bunch of my papers. Okay. Well, I was asking you. I know you have your stuff on a site. I think it's linked with Kablam, but I forget what the name of it is. Because I know I purchased a bunch of your stuff a while back, and I downloaded it. But it's on my other hard drive that I can't get at, and I gotta remember. It's just asking what the site was again. That way I can try and figure out my login info and download the stuff and again and read it. Well, there we go. Yeah, it's on Indie Planet called Master of the Edge. Okay, my account. I'll say lost my password. Okay. Okay. Okay, I really have a lot of catching up to do. Okay. See you later. I'm taking a nap. Okay. Later, guys. Have a great day. Hopefully, see you Monday. Remember to like and share before you leave if you haven't already left. Oh, I'm still here. I meant I have a lot of catching up to do when it comes to getting new issues out. I should still be around until you end the streamer. Peace out. Okay, okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we think we should even get. I think we're going to end up being able to get started on the next page of getting things cleaned up. And hopefully before Monday, I'll have some more done on that page. But my work is probably going to be starting to pick up again. So I'm going to have to do stuff in the evenings after the streams or whatever. Okay. 34. Okay, let's see what that head looks good now. Okay, so let's. Okay, so we need to come out here a bit. We need to put a black line in here somewhere to show where his okay, that looks good there. Um, okay, guess that's good there. Yeah, you can see just see. Well, you might be able to not see it, but I can just see some green coming through there. That is my tells me I need to go over that little spot again. Oh no, see, I did not see that there earlier. Should we get grab purple? Let's come. Okay, I just wanted to get that done before I forgot about it. It was a very easy fix. Getting the badge, if you will. But yeah, still, if I'm not sure whether you have, like and share, everybody. Okay, so I think that's the main area done. Now we need to do his gloves and boots. So I know I probably asked this several times before, and I always keep forgetting massive. A, would you be willing to work on somebody else's project? Because it's not anytime soon, mind you, but I do have a 4-page ash can. But for snowdrift, I want to do at some point in the future. I'm not thinking for her next campaign, which is after Canadian Shield 4, but I could put it on a different campaign. In some ways, that's probably better to put it on a different campaign. Give it to people and get them interested in. Yeah, I have other siblings, but one just became a police. But to be honest, it's hard to say. Ever since my dad passed back in December, I've gotten far behind in comic stuff. Since I've just been helping my mom out. I have other siblings, but one just became a police officer, and the other one lives in different states. So it's basically me. I don't have, I don't get to draw as often as I used to these days. Oh yeah, I can understand that for sure. Go. So I got into my Indie Planet account and I am about to download the six of your books. I'm not sure. Remember you were trying to put up another one a while back? I'm not sure whether it ever got through or not. I just checked, yeah, the seventh issue is up there. When I timed out, why did it time out? Okay, let's create a folder. Comics from other people. And then we'll create one in here called so Panda. Three. And there's 7. Okay. Proceed to checkout. I should put my comics up there too. I should get them out on a bunch of these sites. So I just got issue 7. Oh, I think it's them. Now, I only got it digitally because if I remember, these guys are they're thing to Canada is quite pricey. Well, actually, this one isn't too bad. Uh, I wonder how much it would go up. Let's I can't do it right now, but let's see. I, 30, well, that's definitely the wrong address. I have to change that. It went from 23 to, it went up $7. Well, no, it went up from 23, it went up $13? 41. It's 23 and change. It went almost $20 for adding us another comment. see what happens when I add. Oh, that's not bad. There only went up $6. Which was just the total. Okay. Flat rate shipping. Okay. Okay, well, anyways. I might in the future get them physically. I'm not sure what's going on with the crazy shipping, but digital is fine if the cost is too much out of control. And I just got to remember that is also American funds that I'm looking at, not Canadian. So okay, with all the funaneries, it's actually 11 o'clock. But you know what? I'm gonna finish off absorb here. I'm gonna do the blue. Probably cost me about to get all 7 issues. It probably cost me about $100, or just over. Physically, that is. Yeah. Well, see, the problem is the shipping rates are. That place isn't too bad for shipping rates, I'll admit. For, at least for that book, for your books, you know. If I get a whole bunch of books from there, it's not too bad. The real killer is the exchange rate. Because $30 to me, American, isn't $30. It's like 40 or $45. Well, no price for American is just that price, at least to me, because, being in Canada, the exchange rate is the killer, really. Because if the bright books were just the price that they said, say to me, if it said $6, that's fine. That's $6. But that's more like $9. 8 to 9 bucks. And I don't really mind paying that for a comic, but then the shipping was double or triple that. Okay, so we're gonna have to have you on sometime, especially after I read, maybe even before I read. Well, hopefully I read sooner rather than later. We're gonna have to have you on, Massive, to talk about your comic book universe. Trying to and I actually looked at the name of who made the books. I don't know. Well, if I remember, I'm not gonna say your name out loud. Not that anybody can't will find it with that information, but I now know on my whatchamacallits, my crowdfunding, when I see your name, because I remember seeing that name several times on my crowdfunding. So there's all the characters done. We of course still need to do background stuff. So here is the next page that we'll be working on. Yeah, if you get that too, and you want to, when you get that stuff, if you ever want to just pop on, I'm usually I'm in my on-air Discord video channel, voice channel. You know, you can always hop on that too, just to talk about whatever too. So next time around, we will of course be doing getting Canadian Shield colors tight on this, and then we will be putting in absorbs colors for each of the panels. And we got 7 pages to do this on. Hopefully we can get this all these done in a week or two, or at least all the colors done and tight on the characters, and then of course it's filling in the backgrounds. And then off air I've got to get everything, do some art corrections, recolor a few spots, and then of course it's lighting and shading. Oh man, it just seems like so much. Luckily, my printer will probably have this done in a week or less when I take it in. So, and I've got to get the remastered. I've got to redo something on that because I'm going to be printing up 50 of that. So, yeah, and my new, since you got off the previous campaigns, uh, something you might, I just had to reprint Snowdrift 1 and Canadian Shield 2. And just want to show this before I... But, okay. So, I got, in the reprint, I got the stuff to look, be more comic book pagey, comic book, uh, thing, like, I know you've seen this, but you can actually do stuff without it hurting it too much. It's more glossy feel and all that. You can tell the difference in the page quality. It's just that paper. That's so there's the old one, and here's the second printing. You know, just looking at them side by side, I can tell the difference. And I like the new version. But anyways, I guess that's it. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Remember to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notification. And we will be back Monday with some more Coloring of Canadian Shield 3. Thanks for watching. I think I'm on Mike's tomorrow night. Mike Walters, for some reading some old comic books. So stop by there. Okay, we'll catch you all later. Bye for now. Love you all.